monkeys.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls Golden, what if, whatever you want to call me, and I am back. I am back with part 3 of What If Deku Was a Martial Artist. Yeah, I know, last I left y'all off on a pretty big cliffhanger, and it's way outside the canon of normal My Hero Academia, so I'm not going to waste too much time on this intro, but I will say really quickly that I am... Like always, I said I'm going to be releasing merch, I believe December 12th now. I think I moved it up a bit, so keep your eye out for that. And that's about it, that all I can think of off the top of my head. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and we're gonna get right into part 3 of What If Deku Was a Martial Artist. Let's get it. Izuku stands there in shock at the idea that he has an older sister, and everything he once knew, he begins to question it. Where was she all this time? Does she know their mother? And what the heck is going on in general? She tells him that she can tell him, basically, she can tell that he has a lot of questions, but she will answer them all when they are in a safer place. They both leave as the battle began to get toned down. Eventually, they both arrive at an apartment, and Izuku's older sister reveals her name to be Izumi, and tells him to go ahead and ask as many questions as he wants. Where's our mother? She looks at him and shakes her head. She's gone, Izuku. Passed on. What? That can't be. How? Izumi then begins telling Izuku the story of their mother. Inko Midoriya, one of the strongest people to ever walk the earth. All she wanted was to protect, but she was never allowed to have children. So when I was born, I was sent off at a young age. But I would always visit in secret, until you were born, Izuku. And soon after that, something happened to our mom, and she had to leave. What happened? She fought someone to make sure you were safe. The monks told her that you had such great potential that people around the world would try to come and take you. That you had something beyond any power in this world. Izuku, you've felt it. You can feel the power you have. I know you've trained a lot, but this power is unconditional. Izuku begins to tear up at the thought that his mother died for the sake of him. Here, take this. I think it was meant for you anyways. Mom would have wanted you to see it. Izumi hands him a note, and then tells him to be what he wants to be, and that she will be around to see it. She disappears, and Izuku heads back to Miruko's agency. Miruko begins to freak out on him for leaving like that, but she then sees something in his hand, and that he's all teary-eyed. She asks him what happened. My mother. She's dead. And my sister says that this is all that's left. Miruko asks if he's going to read it, and he opens it up, but there's only one thing on it. Just one word. It just says hope. Miruko is shocked at this and tells him that the day his mother left her the agency, she said something about hope. Let your hopes, not your hurts, shape your future. Izuku is shocked. He has so many questions, but begins thinking about his entire journey to this point. Everything was based on the hope of finding his mother. He wipes his tears and smiles, and says that he understands now. Miruko asks what he means by that, but he just tells her that his mother is even affecting their lives beyond the grave. A call then rings in, and Mirko gets word that UA is cutting the internships early, and Izuku has to go back. He smiles and tells her that he hopes to see her again very soon. He leaves, and Mirko thinks about how his mother talked so highly of Izuku, but even that wasn't enough praise for the man he is today. Izuku arrives at school, and they are called into class.
Sorry about having to do this to all of you. I know you were enjoying your internships, but something occurred and, well, here we are.
Vlad King continues to explain that they have a final written exam, coming up, and also a final practical coming up as well. He also tells them that after that they will all go to the forest training lodge during the break for training. Everyone celebrates, and for the next 2 to 3 days they all study, in which Izuku does need some help to catch up because, well, he isn't the smartest. He is really smart, but just not book smart. So Kendo helps him catch up on everything he honestly missed out on because he never really went to an actual middle school and stuff like that. So yeah, so he's able to pass the written portion of the exam because of that help. The lunch before the practical, everyone wondered what they would be doing, and Kendo actually says that she heard rumors it will be against robots, and everyone celebrates, but Izuku just sits there confused. Why would it be robots? I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to just fight the teachers? They all look at him and say that would be so unfair, but what they didn't know is that, frankly, is exactly what's going to happen. They all arrive at the gym, and tons of UA staff are waiting for them. Vlad King then explains to them that pairs of students will face one teacher, but Kendo then points out that there is an uneven amount of students.
Well, that's because one of you will be facing me personally. Now who would like...
Vlad King is cut off by Izuku jumping for joy, saying that he wants to fight him, and that fighting alone is more fun that way anyways. Vlad King slightly chuckles, well, expecting this from him. All the matches finish up with Monoma actually still not passing, and now it's time for Izuku versus Vlad King. Izuku walks out into the city and sees that Vlad is actually wearing weights. Huh. Why are you wearing weights? Wait, am I supposed to be wearing weights? Where are my weights? Vlad laughs, saying that only the teachers wear the weights. I mean, then take them off. You'll stand no chance with them on. Vlad is shocked, and in his earpiece, Aizawa tells him to take off the weights and to not hold back at all. The other UA staff are actually shocked, but Aizawa just smirks, saying that this kid is already at the level of a pro hero. But not just that, he may be at the level of some top 10 pro heroes. Everyone doesn't know what to say, and hearing this from Aizawa of all people baffles them. Vlad King listens though and takes the weights off. Izuku immediately charges in and kicks Vlad in the face, and he immediately spits up blood, but the blood then changes and sticks to Izuku to the ground. Oh, so that is what your quirk is. Vlad King then with a full force punch strikes Izuku in the face, creating a cloud of dust. The class is shocked and concerned at what just happened until the smoke clears, and Vlad has his fist on Izuku's face, but nothing happened. Izuku blasts Vlad off of him with a ki blast and then does the same with his leg to free it. Everyone watches in awe at what Izuku just did, thinking that this must be his quirk, but they don't know what else he has in store. His aura flares up once again, and a tiger appears behind him, roaring, and disappears back within his body. Walking forward, Izuku dodges, parries, and counters every strike, landing kicks to his legs and ribs. Izuku proceeds to pick Vlad King apart, showing his true martial arts prowess until he begins shocking his teacher with this green electricity called the Thunder Shock Surprise Attack. He cuffs him, and he is deemed the winner. Izuku gives some ki to Vlad, in turn healing him a bit, and then helping him to Recovery Girl. After some time, Vlad then told his class that they did an amazing job and that the next 2 days they would basically have off until the Forest Lodge. With nothing much to do over those 2 days, they finally then leave. Izuku's class actually ends up passing 1A as they park on the side of the road, and Izuku asks Vlad what that was about.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Aizawa likes to take things to the next level.
They eventually arrive, and Vlad tells them all to get a lay of the land and move all their stuff into their rooms. They all do so. They eat, and then the next day they finally begin training. Vlad begins telling everyone what they need to work on, but when he gets to Izuku, he actually tells something very different and very surprising.
I want you to teach me and Aizawa further martial arts beyond what we know.
Izuku is taken back by this, but says that, he would be honored to do so. So for the whole day, Izuku actually shows them the basics of jujitsu because he feels that that would be the most help in terms of their fight style and for the short term, at least, like for now. Being that they're pro heroes, they learn very quickly, but Izuku has been doing this for a long time. So that goes on until Aizawa and Vlad have to teach the kids who didn't pass the final exam, and the next day it continued even throughout the night, a little bit where the Class 1B planned to have a fun game. During this though, something unthinkable happened. Something that Aizawa feared would occur. The forest lights ablaze, and villains begin attacking. Izuku looks around and hears one of the members of the Wild Wild Pussycats call out for a little kid by the name of Kota. Izuku activates his tiger-like state to sense the area, and he finds him. But the situation is not good. Before Izuku could say another word, he takes off into the forest as fast as possible to the mountain nearby. Vlad tries to stop him, but it's too late. He climbs this mountain and finds the boy by the name of Kota, but a large villain stands there with his hand on his throat, and Kota is dead. Just a little too late, Izuku Midoriya. And that is a wrap for part 3 of What If Deku Was a Martial Artist. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, sub, comment down below any suggestions for this what if, future what ifs, all that good stuff. And yeah, as I said, I hope all y'all enjoyed and have an amazing day. Later.